Thank you so much, everyone. Tonight, we take you to Gusau in Zamfara state capital, where there's been swirling rumors and political stone scheming, which are putting Governor Lawal squarely in the spotlight over recent in the recent weeks. Speculation has gained momentum. Whispers suggesting that the governor might jump ship, and abandon the People's Democratic Party (PDP) and join either the ruling APC or the newly energized African Democratic Congress (ADC). Yet, Governor Lawal has repeatedly dispelled these claims, posting on the verified social media handle that he remains a bona fide member of the PDP and focused on his rescue mission for the state in parallel. The ADC, fresh from unveiling itself as a key opposition coalition ahead of the 2027 polls, has sought to entice him, only to have him decline explicitly at a press event last Friday. But what lies behind this tug of war that we see politically speaking? But again, this is a man who said he has his eyes on the governance of Zamfara State, a state that was bedeviled. A lot of illegal mining activities, saying a lot of violent activities happen. So now let's speak with Mr. Lawal, the governor of Zamfara State, who is live for us in Gusau. Thank you so much, Your Excellency, for joining us tonight.
Thank you very much, Shaman. How are you?
I'm well. Tell us, because we're hearing from the camp of the APC, they're already preparing to welcome you back into the APC. Although there's some people who are not happy that you might be going to the APC. But it does look, the talks and the kind of conversations in the APC in Zamfara has pointed to the fact that you are on your way to the APC. When are you making that decision?
Well, Sharon, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to speak in this platform. First of all, I'm glad you said a rumor that, you know, APC and ADC and whatever political parties are calling on me to join their party. And I made it very clear that I'm a PDP card-carrying member, and I'm still in PDP, and I have no intention of going anywhere. So what you had is actually rumor, as it was rumor, but I'm still in deep PDP, and I have no intention of going anywhere for now.
But the fear is that if you look at the history of the state, this is the first time, really, that a member of the PDP will be governing the state. And there are those who have described it as a very tender political hold on power. And there are those who believe that you have more forces outside trying to pull you out of power in 2027. And those who say that the safest haven for you is to go to the APC to get cover. I'm very sure that you must have heard about that analysis.
Well, I mean, I've heard a lot about it. This is not the first time I'm hearing about this information. But the truth of the matter is, when I contested in 2023, all these forces were there. Remember the first governor of Zamfara State, Ahmed Derima, and his deputy, Mahmoud Ali and his deputy, Abdulaziz Yari and his deputy, then Governor Bello Matole and his deputy, and all the senators and members of the National Assembly were all in APC when I contested in 2023, and I still won. So what difference is it going to make now? There's nothing really new as far as that is concerned. You see, politics is local, so we understand the trend, and we're on ground. So I'm not scared of anybody. It's God that has given me this position, and based on what we're doing, delivering the good aspect of democracy, I think there's no reason for me to fear anybody. It's only God that I fear. God has made it possible in 2023, and I'm sure He'll also do the same miracle in 2027. So I'm in PDP.
So put Sani Yerima together, put Matawale together, put the former governor before Matawale, who is a senator now, Yari, put all of them together. All of them together, you will beat them again.
Absolutely, they were there. What has changed?
Can you repeat that feat in 2027? If all these forces are against you, they were not quite united, but If these forces come against you, are you sure you can withstand them?
They were shown, like I said to you, they were there in 2023, all these forces that you mentioned, and yet I became the governor. I was elected the governor of Zamfara State. So what has changed from 2023 to 2027 that you think I'll have any doubt or fear of these people? Absolutely no fear as far as that is concerned. Like I said, first of all, I'm not a desperate politician, and I believe I'm a man of principle, and I believe in what I'm doing. And for now, in Zamfara State, based on what we're doing, I don't think there's anything to be scared of as far as any forces is concerned in 2027.
Now, what is giving you this confidence?
What is giving me the confidence? First of all, I'm a true believer of God. If God says I will be in 2027, just like he did in 2023, it will happen, no matter what. That is one. Two, Sharon, if you come to Zamfara today and see the transformation that is taking place in Zamfara State in every aspect, be it in the area of education, be it in health sector, agriculture, infrastructure, water, so many things, I believe there is nothing to be scared of. I don't think the people of Zamfara State had this good within the last 23 years to what is happening today. And we are really delivering on the dividend of democracy, and the Zamfara people are happy what we are doing. So there is no fear.
I'm understanding that former Governor Matawale, the Minister of State for Defense, is primed and ready to run again against you in 2027.
I'm waiting for him. He was here in 2023, Sharon. He was in power with federal government backing and everything, and yet God made it possible. What do you think will change now in 2027? Is it not the same Matawale that I took over from? I'm praying to God that he should be the one under APC, and let's see what will happen in 2027. I'm sure history will repeat itself.
If he's the one, that would be an easier victory for you. Is that what you're saying?
In fact, by 10 a.m., it will be a walkover, inshallah.
Is Matawale that a lightweight politician in Zamfara?
I don't see Matawale as a threat in any way, Sheon. I will never have to replace Knight over Matawale. Like I said to you, he was in power in 2023 as the governor of Zamfara State. Yet I defeated him. So what makes you think that I'll defeat him now in 2027? That's the question. What has he done differently in the past that he's going to do now that will make a difference?
What is happening to your party, Governor?
I'm asking this question.
Under the watch of your colleagues and Bala Muhammad as the leader of the Governors Forum in the PDP, it appears things are falling apart. Your party is a shell of what it used to be. In fact, the identity and the character of the PDP it looks like a washed one, is washed away. The party has been difficult to identify. Looking at the members, the new members of the ADC, you have the David Marks of this world. You have an Atiku Abubakar of this world. All of them, they've gone into the ADC. What else is left in the PDP? And those who are asking, what are you guys still doing in that party that has become a shell of itself, of its former self?
Well, Sharon, let me say this also. There is no political party in Nigeria today that is not facing one form of crisis or the other, and which is also common in PDP. Yes, we may have internal crisis, but the issue is we are making conscious effort to make sure we're out of this crisis. It's just a matter of time. The last, I think about 2 weeks ago or thereabout, we had our NEC meeting, and we agreed to have another NEC meeting on the 23rd of this month, which is going to take place. Part of the crisis was just about the secretary of the party. And haven't realized that we agreed that Anyao should continue to be the secretary of PDP until when we get to convention. And by the time we get convention, I mean, whoever we decided to make the secretary of the party, so be it. So I don't see this as anything that we should worry about. How many months do we have to go to convention? It's just about 2 or 3 months. So 2, 3 months, I don't think it's a long time that we cannot resolve some of these crises that PDP is facing. So we're ready, we're committed. And in fact, it's even better for some of these guys to go so that they can leave the party alone and we can have a very strong party going forward.
There are those who will say that the strength of the party at the center was responsible for some of the victories that they experienced in the state. You flipped the the APC to PDP in 2023 in Zamfara. You secured over 377,000 votes. And with a weakened PDP at the center, isn't that a danger that you need to... There are those who think that Lawal is a very smart, is a numbers man, a very smart person. Are you not reading the room?
It was this, Sharon, it was the same scenario that played in 2023 that led to the emergence of PDP, and I became the governor of Zamfara State with all the forces around, with everything that they had to do, and still nothing happened, and I became the governor of Zamfara State. The same scenario will play itself. And like I said, I'm not scared of anybody as far as Zamfara State is concerned.
Do you think
we're ready? No.
Do you think your party will be ready for a strong presidential competition in 2027 with what is going on?
We are ready. As a party, we are going to have a presidential candidate. It could be anybody. And one that is sorted out, we are ready to roll. You know, I mean, it's democracy, Sharon. We're ready. We're not scared of anybody. People leave party, people also join the party. While others are leaving, some are coming to the party. As we speak now in Zamfara State, I mean, you cannot imagine the number of people that are trying to join the PDP. So politics is local, and I believe there's nothing to fear about it. We're ready, and we'll face whoever squarely and make sure, you know, we get all our positions, whether it be governor or senators or whatever. I'm sure we're ready and we're equal to the task.
Quickly,
it's just a matter of time.
Quickly, because I need to take you to governance, because I hear about the fertilizers you are giving out to farmers, the billions of naira you spent offsetting of retiree issues and all that. I'd like to come there and some of the issues relating to security, but quickly.
That is true.
Give me an understanding. Sure. And I know that a few governors who are in the opposition party are friends to President Bola Tinubu, and they are not opposed to his politics. Are you one of them?
I'm also a friend to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And, you know, politics is a matter of understanding, and it has its issues here and there. But yes, I'm also a friend of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Very, very excellent relationship between the two of us. I've known him for over how many years now? So I don't have any issue with him. So it's just that we're in two different political parties. He's in APC, I'm in PDP.
But that means politically, are you able to support him at some point?
Well, let's see how events will unfold, Sharon. There's still time to 2027. We're just 2 years down the line. So I don't think politics should be the main issue right now. I think we should focus on governance rather than that.
Absolutely. Politics is also a pillar of governance. Because there are those who are thinking that your relationship and friendship with Bola Tinubu is being impeded by Mr. Matawale. Are you worried about that scenario?
Nothing has changed between myself and Mr. President Sheun. We still maintain a very, very good and cordial relationship. He is the president, and I respect him as a president. All right. And we work together. He is the president, I'm the governor. So I need the president in certain things, and so we work together. I don't have any issue.
Let me first and foremost ask you...
I don't have any issue whatsoever with Mr. President.
Let me take you to the governance issue now. Okay, but, well,
yes.
In your own opinion, in your own opinion, in 2027, for the balance of power and for the unity of this country, where do you think the presidency of this country should come from?
Well, Sharon, like I said, it is too early for me to make comment because things keep changing by the day. So let's see how events would unfold. But I'm not opposed to anybody. It doesn't matter. What we need is good governance. Whoever is going to provide good governance for Nigerians and for the benefit of this country, I am for it.
So let me
irrespective
quickly,
of where it came from.
You share, there was a free fertilizer distribution today. Let's get the numbers.
Yes.
You are doing a lot of investment in agriculture. But the last time, if you remember,
Absolutely.
I asked you on this program that what would be your competitive edge as a state in terms of you cannot do all crops. All produce, it's not possible for you to put your hands in all produce. As far as agroeconomy is concerned, you've got to focus. And Zamfara, as soon as you mentioned Zamfara, you mentioned mine. I mean, you will remember mining and gold. But for the negative story about how gold is being explored in that state. But give me an understanding. What are the numbers? The free fertilizers, the investment that you are doing into agriculture, give us the numbers, the contribution to the economy, how many kind of jobs are you hoping that this will create? What are the produce that you are hoping to get out of Zamfara to the rest of the world?
Okay, thank you very much, Shaun. I think we had this discussion the last time we spoke under this, this particular program. And let me also say this. Zamfara State is an agrarian economy. In fact, our motto is farming is our pride. Prior to even state creation, Zamfara State used to be the major producer of beans, sorghum, millet, and cash crops like groundnuts and cotton, to the extent that we export even to the neighboring country as far as Niger and Benin Republic is concerned. Now, having realized that our major comparative advantage is in the agriculture as well as mining. But right now we are concentrating on agriculture, and that's the main reason why we're making conscious about to make sure we support our farmers by providing certain implements that will make them very, very competitive, and for them to be able to go back to farm not just for domestic consumption, but also for trading activities within the country and even export out of the country. We grow rice, we grow millet, we grow sorghum, we grow beans. I mean, name it. We have a very, very fertile land as far as agriculture is concerned. And that is why we're taking that advantage. And by the time we do that, 75% of our population are farmers. And the little that we can do is provide incentive for them to be able to farm effectively and be competitive. That is an avenue also for creating employment for our teeming youth. So that is why emphasis on agriculture is one reason why I'm sure you saw it live today that I've distributed over 100 trucks of fertilizer and is free to all our farmers across the state. It's going to go around the 14 local government, and it's going to go around to the 147 wards in Zamfara State. Not just fertilizer, there's seedling, there's pesticide, insecticide, all these issues, all these were given to farmers free of charge. And it's a way of encouraging our farmers to go back to farm because the security situation in Zamfara State is improving by the day. Last year, a lot of farmers went to farm because there was relative security, and I expect more this time around because we're experiencing some relative peace as far as that is concerned, which will enable farmers to go back to farm and farm for not just for consumption, but also for commercial purposes. And I think this will go a long way in shaping the narratives and even changing this banditry issue, engage the people, engage the community to go back to farm. And I think if we're able to sustain this, that will be a long way. And if we're able to feed ourselves, I think it will also help
Lawal,
in some of the security challenges the state is facing.
Governor Lawal,
yes,
my worry is monitoring and impact of data from these efforts. How do we know the yields and what these will mean in terms of the trade from the state? And one thing that came to my mind when I saw the distribution of fertilizer is a report that came from the National Agricultural Seeds Council warning about improper and politicization of distribution of fertilizers, which they say is one of the factors that is responsible for worsening food insecurity in Nigeria, especially in the northwest of Nigeria, where food inflation has remained at over 30% year on year.
Well, having realized some of the challenges you just mentioned as far as distribution of this fertilizer is concerned and getting to the end users, yes, it's a factor. Data has always been an issue. But what we did ahead of time is to have for local governments and 114 data, to get the actual data of the farmers so that in the process of this distribution, we make sure it gets to the target audience. And that is the reason why I had to set up a committee that includes the traditional rulers, local government chairman, the police, DSL, civil defense, and every other person that matters within the community to make sure it gets to the right person. And if we're able to do that, because we have done that in the past, like last year, this first time we're distributing this fertilizer and other farm implements. We have done that last year, in fact, twice last year during the dry season as well as the wet season. And so far what we did, it went round. And we realized the challenges and we came up with measures to mitigate some of these challenges as far as distribution is concerned. So I have absolute confidence that it will get to the target audience. And once that is done, like I said, it will improve the yield as far as production is concerned in Zamfara State, because this is what we specialize in. Like I told you, some of the beans that I used to consume in Lagos all came from Karanamoda, because that is what Karanamoda specializes. And if you go to Gumi also, rice is being farmed. If you go to Maradun, we do so many crops. So I think it's just a matter of time. And with the new implement and technology that we're bringing in place, I think that will go a long way in shaping new agri in Zamfara State so that farmers can comfortably go to farm. They can produce much more than they consume, even something that can sustain them commercially.
Yeah, Governor, quickly, and I don't think that there is any debate about that conversation on the backlog of the gratuity to pensioners. It was a campaign promise. And today we understand that there's an announcement that all has been cleared. In March, you approved 4 billion naira. And now we understand that. Congratulations to the people of the state anyways. But my final question is in the area of security. I wanted to know, the ban on, you lifted the ban on mining in the state, isn't it? Sometimes in December.
Federal government lifted the ban on mining. Federal government lifted the ban on mining.
But are you happy with that?
True.
Are you happy with that?
Well, I'm happy.
So let me. So this is a perspective.
Happy. Haven't you seen some of the conscious effort we are putting in place to attract investors in terms of the mining sector in Zamfara State?
But what are you getting in the mining?
And what we're trying
what are you getting back? What is coming to your state in the mining? There's much of violence that.
No.
Are you getting any economic benefit? Because all of what is being done, the federal government
because the mining in the past was an informal sharing, and that is why we realize the importance of that is something that will have comparative advantage as far as Zamfara State is concerned in the area of mining, because we have the highest mineral deposit in the country. And that is why after the lifting of the ban by federal government, we made conscious effort to go and look for investors within the country and out of the country that will be able to come invest their money in Zamfara State. And if we're able to get it right and make it commercial and everything, believe me, we don't need to be waiting for FAC allocation, because we'll be very, very comfortable as far as revenue profile is concerned in the state. And that is why we are trying to formalize the sector. Let me also go back to what you said about the payment of gratuities and pension. Look, yes, it's part of my campaign promise, because when I went around, the major complaint I received was then, how are we going to get our money as far as pension is concerned? And I said, look, if by any chance I become the governor of Zamfara State, the first thing I will do, I'll take care of that pension and gratuity. It is important to know, Shaun, since 2011 to date, there has not been any payment of gratuity to pensioners. And honestly, if you see, their condition, no matter how inhuman you are, you will feel terrible and you feel really sorry as a responsible person. And it was what informed my decision after becoming, when I was sworn in as the governor, I decided to set up a committee to look into the arrears of pensioners, pension and gratuity. And the committee sat down and did a very fantastic job, identified the actual pensioners, and we started making the
Governor.
And I'm happy to tell you that yesterday I received the report after paying 13.6 billion naira from 2011 to 2023 to all the pensioners in Zamfara State. So Governor, we're not owing anybody.
Congratulations to the pensioners. But we need to go quickly.
Thank you.
If you have your way, would you make state police happen now?
In fact, if I have my way, I'll make it tomorrow. That is how ready I am. Because
I wish we can go further, but I'm totally out of time.
Protection Guard, what they're doing. Yeah, I will do that. If I have my time, I'll do it tomorrow, Shaun.
Governor Lawal, thank you so much indeed for your time tonight. I appreciate it. And all the best in your governance work in Zamfara State.
Thank you very much, Shaun.
Thank you so much indeed.
Thank you. Nice talking to you.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.